Like and subscribe right now, or else this will be in your bed tonight. r/ask Reddit by Planet Reddit. What's a fun little fact about yourself? I turned 11 on the 11th of November 2011. Edit. The 11th of November 2011 for the non-Americans. That edit is hilarious. Did you get Skyrim for your birthday? I played Baby Jesus in a play. I slept through it. A recurring theme in my life. Recurring theme in my life. Sleeping through events or pretending to be the son of God. Edit. Row. I just commuted back from work and got home to 3k additional karma. I would like to thank all of you, especially the hilarious r/inclusive task force, for my most upvoted comments to date. Yes. My man. I was born without wisdom teeth. If I go to a new dentist they often look at the x-rays and comment that I had my wisdom teeth removed. No. Never had any. You're the next step in our evolutionary lineage. Only if lots of people want to reproduce with you/it and I'll refute 86 because of this fun little fact. Well, they may not want to reproduce with me if they are aware of another fun little fact. I turned legal drinking age in the place where I lived at the time 3 times in my life. First when I was 16. Then when I was 17 they increased the legal age to 18. So I turned legal drinking age again when I was 18. When I was 20 I moved to where legal drinking age is 21. So I had to wait a couple of months again. This happened to my brother in New York State. At one point, he was working for a beer distributor when he became unlegal again. Didn't they grandfather in anyone that was already legal? I missed the bombing of the Boston Marathon because I had a bad headache and decided loud noises would be a bad thing. Edit. When I say loud noises I meant the people who decide they need to cheer at everything. Good choice. Your headache would have got worse. Or better, depending on how close to the bomb they ended up. Can't get a headache if you've got no head. Taps air. I actually do remember your name. Birthday. What you like dislike. When we first met. Everything. It's just that people find it really creepy and I've learned it's better to act I forgot rather than know we met each other on a rainy day in October when you held the door open for me and made a bad joke about how the weather is for the birds. Oh. To have such a powerful memory, I wish. Truth, I can only remember what people did to me, usually bad things, and random facts about my interests. I have really good long-term memory, it's exceptional. I also have added, so it's rare stuff actually goes there. Thinking face, but when it does, oh boy. Edit. Platinum, for this? Thank you but gosh you're silly. I am the exact same way. If my brain finds something important it will store it in permanent cold storage. There are times where I'll be in a conversation and all of a sudden I remember a stupid fact about something I heard or saw 10 years ago. I can't tell my brain to remember stuff when I want, but what it does hold on to is rock solid and in there forever. I was born at 25 weeks, 1 pounds and 10 ounces with 0 birth defects, 24 years old, happy and healthy. Amazing. It was complete miracle. Another extremely odd circumstance and I am not bullshitting you. But bear with this story. In the 1970s my city opened its first children's cancer ward and my aunt was the only survivor of leukemia out of 86 children. Granted, the process to get into remission was longer than nowadays. Out of my NICU I was only the premature baby out of 30 in my cycle to come out unscathed. I was the last patient for the same doctor who took my aunt in as his first cancer patient. Was your story published in the Danish media or something? I could swear I've heard it before. According to my mom, the first time I was ever in front of a TV was when 9/11 happened. Better not watch TV again. Mother, TV is terrible for children. Father, TV isn't that bad for the kid. Mother, fine. This is a TV, sweetheart. TV. Breaking news. Thousands have died in the worst event in US history. Run for your lives. Mother, the duck, did I tell you? Tom. Talk about a baptism of fire. I was clinically dead. Twice. Please say there is backstory to this. There was a seizure and I woke up in the back of an ambulance and everybody looked so damn relieved. Despite being gone for a few minutes, I hopped out of the ambulance when it arrived at the hospital and the doctors were like, nah bro, you ain't walking that off. Spent 3 weeks in there. I was 9 years old. Month later, same thing happened. Then I got onto heavy medication and thankfully haven't had a seizure since. I'm completely healthy and turning 22 in a few weeks. Oh my, very serious. Also happy early birthday. I'm 21 next month. I have 2 pet frogs that are likely older than most people in this thread. Oh damn. I'm 20. How do your frogs compare to me? They got you beat by 5 years. They've seen some shit. Oh damn. I want to know their wisdom they hold. In the year 2045, I will be 67 and my birthday will be 012345 and I will be 67. Throwing a big party. Edit. Yes, you all can come. Bring a hot dish. Also, if you add 01 plus 23 plus 45 it equals 69. Nice. I have a tooth in the roof of my mouth. I had no idea it was there until I was 17 and my dentist was baffled. They refused to remove it because they say it's not hurting me. My mother had it too. She didn't remove it either. Braces were enough to bring it back to its correct position. Amazing. I'm getting the exact treatment now. In fact, I had a baby tooth and an adult tooth both come through from the center of the roof of my mouth. I'm 2 years into having braces and the tooth has moved almost all the way across my mouth. Still about a year to go, but I'm amazed it's even possible. I can suck an air through my left eye socket. Weird flex, but okay. Weird indeed. I tied on the world record of the smallest paper ship ever folded. In 1992 my ship was 2mm in length. Also I folded a paper plane with a span width of 2mm. Edit. Wow, THX. Never thought this one to get such an attention. I'm very sad to tell that it was basically impossible for me to photograph them when I was 11. Makes me ever sadder as to think how easy it would be nowadays. Following happened to them. I put them in a small glass tube and showed around along with a loop. People loved them. Then I forgot it for a few years and when I tried to have a look at them again, they simply disappeared. See, my theory is that since I didn't use gloves, sweat and acids decomposed them over time. I was heartbroken to say the least. I still love booling small things though, like a 3cm Bisquetta star, module origami, 1-stroke 24 scale ukulele and stuff, a blowed D-Link, another pick of unfinished ones, a blowed D-Link and THX for the silver. Thanks so much, all you made my day. Damn, that's pretty insane. How ducking tiny are your hands? OP is really an ant. I'm physically incapable of feeling dizziness. Now that's interesting. Thank you. As far as skills go it's pretty useless, but at least I can show off at amusement parks. We'll see how that helps you when I attach you to a rocket powered merry-go-round. I write in my journal every day since 2009. So I have an account of all my thoughts since the past 10 years, and I can see how I grew as a person since I was 15. Sometimes I cringe when I read something from back then. Those are treasures though. I don't actually think I'd want to read my thoughts from that far back. That shit can stay in the past. I can't cry or throw up on command. Edited to say or instead of and. Too many complaints about wording. I can also throw up on the spot. Haven't found a good use for it just yet. I know one. Whenever a douchebag grabs an acoustic guitar to play Wonderwall during a party, walk up to them and puke at their shoes. It's like a defense mechanism. Like the ocular blood laser lizard. Makes it sound like you can only do both at the same time. I have no sense of smell and never had. Whenever I tell this to people, their response falls into one of 3 categories. That's so unfortunate. You don't know how good X smells. You're so lucky. You don't have to know how X smells. So if I fart in your face you won't notice? I've yet to receive a different response aside from those. And you'd be surprised how many unrelated people told me N3. It's impressive, lol. Feel for you, dude. Lost my sense of smell and taste from a concussion almost 6 months ago. I imagine it's easier to have never been able to smell than have the sense for 50+ years and then lose it. I lost my sense of smell from a concussion back in college. It took about 6 months for smells to start coming back. Even today, some things smell weird to me, as in, I don't process some things well. What is sharp and acrid to others is rather mellow to me. But overall, the sense is back. So take heart, you just have to keep smelling things till you notice something. Then focus on it. I have no pericardium. When I was 6 months old, I had bad acid reflux, and doctors were concerned about damage to my esophagus. One CT scan later, my esophagus was okay, but they saw a hole in my pericardium, which is the sac of protective fat around the heart. Now this is the problem because as I would grow up, my heart could start to grow through the hole and choke itself at some point, killing me out of the blue. So at 7 months old I had heart surgery. They went in all ready to patch the hole, only to find what had looked like a hole on the scan was actually the pericardium. All of it that formed at least. I am one of 23 people at that time, if I remember correctly, who had been found to have this while alive, and not post-mortem during autopsy. They removed the small piece that was all that had formed on gestation. So I have no pericardium. It does not affect me negatively in any way, and I am immune to pericardial diseases. Not that many exist to my knowledge. I tried to get into a military academy, so had to see a cardiologist to get certification that it was a non-issue. He confirmed I could do anything I wanted, heart health wise. DODMER didn't change their decision though. Too long didn't read. I don't have a sack of fat around my heart unlike most people. Edit 2. Added note about DODMER decision. They didn't change their mind. Still had a gestational heart defect in their minds. I still have a large scar below my man boob and 3 small parallel lower down from endoscope exploratory, I was told. That's so interesting. Technically the fat is still there, attached to the heart, but the serous fluid which is contained by the sac is gone, which is pretty neat. No pericarditis for you. My mom also doesn't have a pericardium. She had a huge, very rare form of heart cancer. The tumor had invaded all along the upper septum, the part that runs down the middle and separates the left and right sides of the heart. So they used a pericardium to rebuild the septum after removing the tumor. It was an 18-hour surgery and she was in the ICU for almost 2 months, but she's doing great today. I beat cancer twice. 2 completely separate and unrelated cancers, hoping there is no third time's the charm. Edit. Thanks for the gold and silver. Second edit. Sorry, but I want to give a shameless shout out to the Cancer Hope Network. Great organization that puts people who are diagnosed with cancer in touch with someone else who has experienced that same cancer to help them through this difficult time. If you or someone you know is going through a battle with cancer, I would highly recommend reaching out to them. The emotional stress and worry of being diagnosed with cancer is often not spoken about. Talking with someone who has walked in your shoes can really help. Your body was like NO. I have a small patch of perfectly white hair just above my cooch. It was once described as looking like my vagina was cosplaying as Rogue from X-Men. So, a super-powered bag that absorbs genital memories of whatever it comes into contact with. Someone's been reading my Tinder bio. I once held 14 world records in SSX 2012. Edit. Thanks for all the questions and comments. Great to meet SSX players on here. I see some gamers are worried about arthritis. Just be aware of it. If your hands are hurting, then take a break. Easy to say, I know. Don't ignore the signs. Nice. I love that game. Dug out my old PS3 to play it not so long ago. I was never any good, but it's fun as duck. And music is on point. I got pretty good at it, but I have now retired from SSX. I have arthritis in both hands, and my PS3 is kaput. I really love polishing things, but only when I don't have to, like, if I have to polish the silver because fancy company is coming, or my shoes for an upcoming event. I don't want to do it. If I'm just polishing the silver because it's something I want to do, then I'll enjoy it and take my time. I was the same with my shoes when I was in cadets. Could see yourself in them bad boys. I was top 5 worldwide in Minecraft Classic CTF for a time. Go me. Edit. Well man, this really blew up. This was back in classic days. Servers were Jacob S CTF and Vexillum Gaming. Jacob S is still going strong, but the original leaderboards were lost in server/site transitions. In was Mars Kid. I haven't played in a while, but I think there's still a small scene. Mate, leave some ladies for the rest of us. Jeez. I won Friday Night Magic once. Blue White Flyers. 5-0. I can fit an entire double cheeseburger in my mouth. McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King tested. Edit. I'll post a video of this in a few hours, so maybe check back in if you really want to see LOL. Edit 2. RIP Reddit anonymity. I guarantee you that this is a fetish for someone out there. I really could start selling videos of this. Join our community Discord, link in description. Stu Perkins once said I was a good drummer. Edit. Well, this blew up. Story is I basically auditioned for a TV show called Band for Britain where they wanted to put a traditional colliery brass band back together in some dead-end ex-mining town in Yorkshire. I went along, played a bit of kit, and was offered a place on the training band but couldn't make it every week. Beyond the brief statement from Stu, I appeared in the show for all of about 4 seconds. Bonus content. The guy with the dreads who auditioned for drums got into the band, but I believe he got kicked out later. He did however turn up on TV again when he was a contestant on Take Me Out. I used to share a practice room with him. Did she see you playing live with a band? See, this is why I love this fact. It always brings curiosity. I had posted an advert online saying I was looking to play drums in a band. I got a call from a TV production company saying they were setting up a show where they'd put together a colliery brass band in an ex-mining village outside town, and they asked if I'd like to come and audition. And that Stu Perkins was presenting it. So of course I went, auditioned, had my 5 seconds of fame, and she said that I was good. The rest of the panel said maybe I'd need to join the training band as I don't know music theory. I would have done, but I had a Saturday job so I couldn't make it. The end. 50% of the time, I can get all the coins in Super Mario 3, World 1-4, resulting in the appearance of the White Mushroom Shop. Edit. I stand corrected. I said ghost ship. I meant White Mushroom Shop. I do both, but I'm proud of the 1-4 challenge. 1-3 is where you get the secret whistle. For those correcting the level. 50% of the time you do it every time. I have been playing Super Mario 3 since I was a child, and I still learn new things about. I had no idea about how this ship of coins appears. That I think of good jokes about every bad situation automatically, but usually don't say them. Same here, man. I'm sick and twisted with my humor. My mom told me a story the other day. Her co-worker went to Art Van Furniture and they were walking around. All of a sudden the lady's daughter pulls a gun and aims it at her own head. Lady flips and tries to wrestle the gun away. Daughter ends up winning the battle and committed suicide right there in the middle of the store. My husband after the story is over. Price is so low, they'll blow your mind. Edit. Holy cow. This post has blown up, and this is my first Reddit gold ever. Thank you all so much. 3. My husband is totally gobsmacked by the response this post got. The only reasonable response to that story though. I have mastered moving my eyes independently because when I was 6 a Discovery Channel video of a chameleon told me I couldn't do it. Apache helicopter pilots are trained to do this. Difficult, but doable. Not a skill I've been able to learn. Edit. Apparently when I originally learned this, I was either told incorrect information, or I misinterpreted when it meant to control each eye independently, taking in instrument readings with one eye from a helmet mounted display, and looking at external conditions with the other. I can shake my eyes back and forth really fast for an indeterminate amount of time. CR/eyeshookers. Edit. This is my own post to that sub. Hey wow, I can do that too. I don't think I've known anyone else who can do that. I can touch my elbows together, the wrong way. Oh my, so many images running through my head. Have you hands on your knees, sitting down, and push your elbows away from you. Spinning away from your body. I can keep spinning my arms until my elbows touch. Also, with this ability, I can bear crawl like a ducking demon. I can draw the map of Middle-earth from memory alone. I also remember the opening lyrics of every single cartoon I watched as a child. Talk about selective memory. I have time-space synesthesia. My mother also experiences it, and there have been studies done that do suggest it's genetic. I cannot even comprehend that. Probably exactly like you probably cannot imagine what it must be like for people who do not have it. That is really fascinating. Yeah, I really can't. Funny enough, It wasn't until a few years ago that I even realized it was an abnormal experience. It's always been a part of my reality, so I never questioned it. One day I was talking with my friend about remembering dates, and referenced my mental map. He was confused and asked me to clarify, and I said something along the lines of, yeah, you know how you see your calendar and stuff. Is yours different than mine? Where is your Wednesday? And my friend was just like, I have absolutely no idea what TF you're talking about. I was so confused and thought something was weird with him, haha. Started googling and discovered time-space synesthesia was a thing, which led to having a conversation about it with my mom and discovering she has it too. We experience our maps differently, but it functions the same as far as how we access memories. I intellectually understand that for everyone else dates, time, etc. is just a concept, but I can't imagine what it's like to not feel it in your body or see it in your mind. That has got to be one of the most fascinating things I have heard. The human mind is utterly fascinating. My cells are all powered by an absolute powerhouse of an organelle called the mitochondrion. Edit. It appears I forgot my cellular biology. Be gentle with me. Holy duckine shit. You are the first person I've seen on Reddit get the grammar right for mitochondrion. I still got milk teeth. I'm 19. I had 4 baby teeth when I was 17. Dentist was like, nah, duck this shit. 2 minutes later, I had no baby teeth. Adult teeth just moved right on in afterwards. It's like they were just being polite and patiently waiting for the baby teeth to pop out. My new dentist just informed me that the tooth that fell out last month was a milk tooth. I'm in my 30s. Got 3 nipples. Edit. A few people asked, so I thought I'd make this fun. Behold the lil nip. Original for comparison. Imgur.com link. Are you sure it's not a nubbin? The source of all my powers. Oh dear god, what have I done? Chandler? I can't think of a fun fact about myself. That in itself is interesting. Is it though? Yes, it just means you haven't found a small little fact about yourself yet. It could be anything, like I have smaller than average hands. I grew up in a Mennonite family. Are you still together? It sounds like you may have separated from them. I hope you're doing well. I'd like to hear your story. Yay, we are actually very close. I did leave, and ended up in a crippling drug addiction for about 10 years. I've been clean over 3 now, and they're just happy and relieved for that. I see my parents often and our relationship is better than ever. I constantly hear music in the back of my mind, like background music when you watch a movie. The tune is always dependent on my mood. I don't hear it per se, but I always have a song playing in my head. Sometimes it changes based on something I see or hear, but most of the time it's random, and it's not always songs I actually like. My hair, eyebrows and beard are all naturally different colors. My hair is blonde, eyebrows dark brown and my beard ginger. Also, for anyone interested, my pubes are also ginger. Edit. Details. I am one of a few thousand people who have ever actually walked around at the geographic North Pole. I can independently control my uvula. I misread this in a terrible way. So it's a girl house. Can we appreciate how the OP engages with almost every comment here and leaves nice and humane replies? Thank you, man. Sorry I took so long to reply. It's my day off work, so I've been busy. I'm trying to still engage, but this post blew up too quick. Thanks for recognizing my efforts. Red heart. I have central heterochromia, which means that both of my irises have 2 colors in form of concentric rings, while complete heterochromia, each eye equals different color, is noticed by people. Central confuses people. If I ask anyone if she knows what color my eyes are, nobody knows, like their brain can't decide what it's for. Every time when I am asked what color my eyes are, I say, you tell me. I get blue, green, brown, hazel, or an occasional WTF. I don't have heterochromia of either type. I just have weird irises that seem to be mottled, and different light brings out different colors. All my siblings have blue eyes. My license says blue, but they look brown in the photo. My last name is small, but I'm 6 feet 5. I'm exactly 2 years 2 months 2 days older than my brother. I can turn my hand 360 degrees around. Read that as head at first. Was picturing you were an owl. That's some voodoo shit, that man. I was voted most likely to be out of dress code my senior year of high school because I was constantly getting in trouble for it. Additional fun fact. In that picture I'm actually breaking dress code a few times because my hair was too long. I'm wearing sunglasses indoors. My shirt was probably untucked. And that hoodie is also out of dress code because it wasn't an official school hoodie in their colors. Why do you look like Ian from Smosh when they first started making skits? Thanks for watching. Subscribe for 3 videos a day.